Have you ever wondered what secrets the forest hides on the longest, quietest night of the year? Tonight, our bedtime journey takes us to a magical place where a very special flower is about to bloom, just for one short hour. This peaceful story will lead us deep into the heart of an ancient woodland, where worries melt away, the air grows warm, and a deep, beautiful sleep comes easily to every little one. The sky above these dense, primeval Slavic lands is painted in a magnificent, heavy hue of deep twilight rose and calm, dark plum purple. On this extraordinary night of the summer solstice, the air is thick with the rich, intoxicating scent of damp moss, fresh pine needles, and sweet wild chamomile blooming along the riverbanks. A gentle, silvery mist rises from the forest floor, twisting slowly around the massive trunks of ancient oak and birch trees like soft ribbons of silk, keeping the world still and quiet. Through the calm evening air, thousands of tiny, magical, glowing dust particles float peacefully, rising from the earth like warm, golden sparks, illuminating the mysterious pathways of the woods. Deep within this enchanted green world, near a quiet village tucked between rolling hills, lives a youthful, clean-shaven young man. He has long, straight blonde hair that catches the faint, warm reflection of the twilight sky, and he wears a clean, simple tunic made of soft linen, woven in a gentle shade of deep, soothing blue. His name is Yarek. Yarek is a patient and kind helper to his community, a young man who spends his days caring for the village animals, gathering sweet meadow herbs for the elders, and walking through the dense ferns with steps so silent they would not wake a single sleeping sparrow. He knows the secret language of the wind, the quiet places where the deer rest their heavy heads, and the hidden streams where the water flows as clear as glass. Yarek carries a very special object with him wherever he walks. A small, smooth, circular disc made of dried birch wood, with a simple sun symbol gently carved into its center. This wooden token is his totem, given to him by his grandmother many years ago during a bright spring morning. It does not grow hot or make a sound. Instead, when ancient magic is near, the tiny birch disc vibrates against his skin with a soft, comforting pulse, releasing the faint, soothing scent of fresh, springtime bark. Holding his small totem, Yarek can feel the very heartbeat of the forest, understanding the silent thoughts of the ancient trees and the deep, resting energy of the earth beneath his feet. But on this particular evening, the extraordinary night of the summer solstice, a quiet, expectant tension hangs over the entire forest. Far down in the valley, near the edge of a still, dark forest pond, a beautiful white water lily floats gracefully upon the calm water. This lily is the forest's ticking clock for the magical night. Its pale, delicate petals are fully open now, reflecting the pink light of the sky. But slowly, petal by petal, the water lily is beginning to close for the night. Yarek knows that time is ticking away with absolute certainty. The mythical fern flower blooms only once a year, exactly for 1 short hour before the midnight bell. As each white petal of the water lily slowly folds inward toward its golden center, the remaining minutes of the solstice magic slip away, drawing the midnight hour closer with every gentle ripple on the pond. The legends told by the village elders said that the fern flower was a source of immense power, capable of granting unimaginable riches and fulfilling any worldly desire. Yet the old stories also carried a heavy warning, that the magic of the flower was fickle, and those who sought it for selfish gain would find only loneliness and a cold, empty heart. Yarek did not crave gold or grand palaces. He looked at his village, where the summer crops had been modest, and where several elders sat by their windows with tired, aching bones, wishing for strength. Yarek's heart held a deeper, gentler wish. He wanted to find the flower to bring lasting comfort, health, and a quiet peace to the people he loved so dearly. As the twilight rose, sky began to deepen into plum purple. Yarek felt his small birch totem pulse with a sudden rhythmic warmth against his wrist. The gentle vibration pointed toward the darkest, most hidden valley of the ancient woods, where the ferns grew as tall as a man's shoulder. Walking softly through the curtain of weeping birches, Yarek entered the deep forest labyrinth, his simple blue tunic catching the stray beams of the setting sun that filtered through the leaves, creating long, artistic shadows upon the forest floor. I must find the blossom before the final petal of the water lily closes, Yarek whispered to himself, his voice a calm anchor in the vast, whispering silence of the night. My grandmother's totem will guide me. I seek no riches for myself, only the wisdom to heal and comfort. He knelt by the roots of a giant, ancient oak tree, placing his hand upon the cool moss. He closed his eyes and listened, allowing the soundless pulse of his wooden disc to fill his mind. The birch token responded, releasing its sweet, woody aroma, pointing his internal compass toward a hidden glade where the mist was thickest. Yarek stood up, adjusted his blue tunic, and stepped deeper into the shadow-draped pathways, his long, straight blonde hair brushed by the low-hanging leaves of the hazel bushes. As he walked deeper, the forest underwent a magnificent, dreamlike transformation. The air became perfectly warm and still, filled with the soft, comforting hum of thousands of invisible crickets. From the dark hollows of the old trees, hundreds of tiny golden fireflies emerged, floating slowly through the mist like small, drifting candles. They cast soft, golden pools of light onto the mossy path before him, illuminating his way with a beautiful, natural radiance. The trees seemed to lean closer, their leaves rustling with a low, soothing sound that felt like a collective whisper. welcoming the young man into the heart of the mystery. Soon, Yarek reached the edge of the hidden glade. The ground was blanketed in a thick emerald green moss that felt as soft as velvet under his feet. In the centre of the glade stood a massive ancient fern, its long, elegant fronds arching gracefully toward the earth. Yarek held his breath. The small birch token on his wrist was pulsing rapidly now, filling his arm with a deep, reassuring warmth. He stepped forward, bending low, his simple blue tunic brushing against the dew-kissed leaves. Suddenly, right before his eyes, a tiny, glowing bud appeared at the very centre of the fern. It grew larger with every passing second, unfolding its petals like a slow, deliberate yawn. It was the legendary fern flower. It did not shine with a harsh or blinding light. Instead, it burst into a powerful, mesmerizing amber gold glow. The radiant blossom illuminated Yarek's face, his long, straight blonde hair, and the soft textures of his blue tunic, casting beautiful long shadows onto the mossy ground behind him. The air in the glade grew instantly warm and sweet, smelling of honey and ancient summer nights. Yarek stood transfixed, looking at the breathtaking flower. He could feel the immense, ancient power vibrating within its golden petals. But as he reached out his hand to touch it, he remembered the words of the water lily clock. He looked back toward the path. Far away on the quiet forest pond, the water lily had only 2 petals left open. The minutes were slipping away. Midnight was almost here. He had to make his choice, and he had to remain pure of heart. As Yarek reached the flower, a low, mystical voice seemed to echo through the warm air of the glade, coming from the very roots of the ancient fern. Yarek, the voice whispered, as soft as the evening breeze. The treasure of the fern flower is yours to take. It can fill your pockets with endless gold, build you a castle of silver, and make you the master of the world. But remember the ancient law. The wealth it brings belongs to you alone. You can never share a single coin, or the magic will turn to grey dust. Yarek looked at the magnificent glowing flower, and then he closed his eyes, thinking of the simple village square. He saw the old trees from the stories, the tired smiles of the elders, and the children dreaming of peaceful summer days. He thought of his own blue tunic, simple and clean, and realized he needed no gold, no silver, and no grand palaces to be truly happy. Then I refuse the gold, Yarek said softly, his voice steady and filled with immense kindness. If a treasure cannot be shared to bring comfort to those I love, it is not a true treasure at all. I do not seek wealth. I only ask for the flower's true wisdom, the power to heal the sick, to comfort the weary, and to bring a deep, lasting peace to our world. the glade fell into an absolute, beautiful silence. For a moment, even the crickets stopped their song. Then, the fern flower glowed with an even brighter, more magnificent amber light. Instead of melting away or turning to dust, the powerful golden blossom detached itself from the fern and floated gently through the air, settling perfectly into the center of Yarek's palm, right next to his birch sun totem. The moment the flower touched his hand, a spectacular, silent wave of warm, golden and purple light erupted from his palm, spreading outward across the entire primeval forest like a gentle ripple on a perfectly calm lake. The glowing golden dust particles in the air multiplied by the thousands, drifting softly through the branches, illuminating every dark corner of the woods with an absolute sense of safety and warmth. The magic did not bring gold. It brought something infinitely more beautiful. Yarek felt a profound, deep wave of understanding wash over his mind. His heart filled with the wisdom of the heart. He suddenly knew the healing properties of every leaf, the comforting secrets of the wind, and he felt a great, quiet power within his hands to take away pain and restlessness. Yarek turned and ran back through the forest, his steps light and completely silent, his long, straight blonde hair illuminated by the floating fireflies that escorted him home. As he stepped out of the tree line and entered the village square, the midnight hour arrived. Far away on the pond, the final white petal of the water lily closed perfectly, sealing the magic of the solstice into the earth for the coming year. The grand cycle was complete, and the world was in perfect balance. Yarek walked softly from lodge to lodge, holding his glowing palm near the doorways. As the amber gold light brushed against the sleeping homes, a wonderful transformation occurred. The tired elders inside their beds suddenly breathed easier, their aching bones growing warm, strong, and completely rested. The worried minds of the parents grew peaceful, cleared of all fears and anxieties. The children, sleeping under their simple blankets, smiled in their sleep, dreaming of beautiful green meadows, golden butterflies, and endless summer sunshine. Finally, Yarek walked to the center of the village and placed his wooden birch totem at the base of the old village tree, where the golden light of the fern flower settled permanently into the deep soil. The village would now be a place of health, abundance, and quiet happiness for generations to come, protected by the unselfish choice of a single young man in a simple blue tunic. Yarek walked back to his own simple cottage, sat down on a soft wooden bench beneath the window, and let out a long, deeply satisfied sigh. His grand journey was complete. He looked out at the beautiful dark lavender sky, which remained a warm, protective dome over the entire peaceful world, refusing to let any cold darkness enter the valley. The deep, quiet warmth of the Slavic forest settled heavily into Yarek's room, filling the space with an absolute sense of safety and calm. He lay down on his bed, his mind completely still, his heart filled with the beautiful light of the shared treasure. One by one, the fireflies outside his window lowered their lights, entering a soft, rhythmic pulse that matched the steady, peaceful heartbeat of the sleeping earth. The entire world was now sleeping, tucked safely under the protective blanket of the midsummer night. The trees, the rivers, the birds, and all the people of the valley rested in deep, undisturbed harmony. Yarek closed his eyes, his breathing becoming slow and regular, drifting off into the deepest, sweetest, and most beautiful slumber of the entire year. And as the golden light of the fern flower fades into a soft, gentle shimmer inside your room, the long bedtime journey comes to its perfect, resting end. The stories are quiet. The stars are watching over you, and the entire world is wrapped in peace. Sleep now, little one. The long night is safe. The summer breeze is warm, and the most beautiful, deep dreams are waiting for you. The end. For more soothing audiobooks and screen-free, low-stimulation stories for toddlers and preschoolers, please stay on our channel and subscribe. Sleep well, sweet dreams, and until next time,